Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Demise, Rise of the Kutan. We're going to be continuing our solo character play, and so yeah, we're going to get right on back into it. Let's see how our casting it goes now. We're at this point. Look at that. We've now got 27 points to spare. So we could add in the resist aging into the group. So bam, let's do that. Let's get that right on in there. So, and that one's on 5, so good. We can get that into play now, and now I don't think we can get drained, but I'm not 100% sure on that. That's a running theory. Let's center things up for us. Bam. So we basically cleared our way into the mine. But we're gonna go the other way anyway. So we are gonna go for these usage levels, but then the time I'm gonna switch to being a ninja is actually gonna be when I can bring in one more spell after this. We want to be able to cast Magical Flight. We want to get Magical Flight into the mix. So we need to free up about 47 more points, because right now we're using Levitation, but we want to be able to fly. And you might say, hey, but then you want to raise up Warlock more, and well, we may end up doing a little bit of that, but we're actually getting more value out of raising Sorcerer at this point, because almost all of our costs are from our resists currently, which we need. We need the resists, but there's just a lot of resists, so that's where we're saving all of our spells back from. So. There's some value to be had by lowering the cost of the spell that we need to cast, but there's also more from lowering the cost of everything else too. So. This will take less time, basically. And we'll get more out of it, so. And the thing is, it might happen naturally on our way to get to 56. Because our goal is actually 56 currently. But I do suspect we'll be a little shy in the benefit from that. Like, I feel like we're only going to get about another 30 or 40 points off our cost by that point. But we'll see if I'm correct. Because I'm just like earballing, you know? I didn't like crunch it through a calculator, so. I think it's pretty likely we're going to pin before we finish this dungeon. This little mine area, I mean. So that's nice. That does mean we're gonna have to get creative for a fair bit though. That's fine. Our strength is increasing. Oh man, we're not even gonna finish the area. We're gonna just basically be over here and just be done. That's crazy. I'll take it. That means we'll have some left over for next time. Bam and bam. Ah, sure, I'll take some more healing crystals. I mean, that's the other nice thing about hitting the dwarves, is they actually drop a lot of healing items as well. Also, the ants do as well. They both drop healing items. Usually they drop more dusts than anything else, though. We still have plenty of dust, though. Like, we've got just so many, but we got 4 more crystals out of this run, so I'll take it. Bam. Well, that did bring us to a new item usage level, so let's get that ready. So the next level is actually going to be 44. And that's going to be for this little hot number over here. Not this one, and this one. So, that's coming up soon as well. But sure, let's see where this puts us. So that gives us 4 to spare, of which we need 47. Let's pop it out, make sure things make sense. They are fine. There we go. Well, it's not ideal, but we got half a level here again, so onward we go. Who's gonna stop us? Absolutely no one. And we never did finish exploring that structure over there, so we eventually have to get over there and more properly explore it. Because that right there was just an area we have not really fully explored in a general sense. Did we get to some of those areas? Like, I'm not even sure how you get to those under areas. Do we come at it from below? I'm just kind of trying to see. Because, like, that's underneath that thieves' den, by the way, so... Like, even playing my solo character, the new area that actually still call to me, despite how dangerous they are. I'm intrigued by the mystery of it all. Yep, there's the first level. Quite nice. Jerks. They stole our scrolls. Hey, we found the Guardian for floor 7. It's probably also the one for 6. They probably share. But it's the Guardian mold, so... I do theorize that getting all the Guardians is probably harder than getting all of the other monsters in the game put together. Careful, because like Guardians can only be fought in one single way, which is by failing those trap chests. Bam and bam. So I do think that we're able to go, I do think that we're able to go past, the pinpoint and actually start getting experience for the next level, because I've noticed that sometimes it's inconsistent how much experience I need afterwards. So maybe even though it says it's pinned, we're still getting experience. But that's just my theory. Doesn't mean I won't return after 2 though. I think 2 is perfectly serviceable as a stopping point. But that might be true. Maybe one of those quests that you finish lets you go beyond it. I don't know. I don't know the details. Certainly none of them told me that that's what happened. I'm just basing it off of what I've seen. You know? Oh, really? But I swear that I saw some tidbit on the forums that at some point you gain the ability to pin an extra time. Somewhere in the quests later on, and I'm like halfway through the Ascension ones. Oh, okay, then I'm just not there yet, but I was curious. Like, the thing is, I'm not sure where that point is. Like, I do have a habit of inconsistently looking up information. But either way, hello. This is like my side character challenge I've been running. I'm trying to see how far into the content I can get using a single character. I don't know if it's fully viable anymore. But maybe it is. I imagine it's balanced for it. Otherwise, multiplayer wouldn't be a thing. Well, in multiplayer, you can only run a single player, and your interactions with other players is largely relegated to casting spells on each other and rescuing each other in the dungeon. Like, you really can't fight effectively with other party members, although I guess it can kind of work, but it's very buggy and glitchy. So you're essentially running solo characters in the same dungeon, you just get to talk to each other. Also, unless it's been significantly changed since the base game, it's pretty laggy. Like, it took like up to a second or two to load each room. I don't know if that's changed. I thought it was not an internet thing, it was more of a game limitation where it has to communicate between each other back and forth, between you and the server. It's kind of awkward. So it was a slower way to play too. Like, single player has always been like lightning fast in comparison. Unfortunately, right now I don't think I see any like multiplayer like scene going on. Like, anyone could make it like and do it, but the thing is that without a community doing it, there's not much fun in it. Because the only real aspect to it is talking to each other regularly as you play. Yeah, but there's upsides to playing single player. Like, it's a lot less maintenance running one character over a whole party. You get more progress in what you specifically want done at each time, so it feels a little better. Like, as I level up in Sorcerer, I can really feel, like, the benefits. But when you're doing a whole party while you are getting benefits across it, it's a little bit more nebulous. But running a single character is a lot more dangerous than running a full party. It's a lot easier to party wipe. A single, like, paralyzed monster in the wrong spot will end your whole run. Like, paralyzed doesn't just stop you from moving, it also lowers your defense to just your equipment defense. So any of the extra defense that your guild gives you is just doesn't matter at all. I mean, currently I'm right now in the middle of trying to poke around on the forums to see if I may have glitched into an area I'm not supposed to, and if I should perhaps not show that particular part of that episode in a video. I believe I found a room that is known as the game room, unless I'm mistaking it. And I got into it in a way that I don't think I was supposed to. Well, that's one of the things that the community really guards is the big secrets, like that. The tea room used to be the biggest secret, so that was the most guarded one, but now from what I understand, it's this game room. But either way, like, I don't think the way I got in was intended. Basically, I was using displacement on the outskirts of my map, because I don't know where I'm supposed to go specifically, so we're just trying to, like, teleporting into places. So I managed to teleport into this room with a giant chessboard that had teleporters all over the place, so I mean, I don't know. I don't think I was supposed to be able to get in that way, from the little bit I could find about it. But like everything that's in Ascension and onwards is completely new to me, so I don't know which ways I'm supposed to get into these places.
Cool.
I don't know, like I'm at the point where like at the time I really enjoyed having all those mysteries, but at this point in the game's situation, I kind of don't think it matters anymore. Like the community's not really growing, so like I think everyone that knows already knows, and like anyone new. Yeah, like I didn't think that was the intended way in. So basically, my thing was was to let Declan know that maybe he wants to update it to not let you get in that way if he doesn't want it to be gone in that way. Like I don't feel like I got in correctly, but it won't stop me from using it. My due diligence is just making it known. I mean, some of the rooms are in it are locked, so I just can't use them at this point. Like, I don't know if I imagine they become unlocked later, but it has a really cool portal into the Dragon King's area. I like that one. I mean, I consider it kind of fair considering the fact that this character's not going to get to use the tea room. Oh, I don't need spoilers on how to get there normally. I could tell the way I got in was not intended. That's all. I'm not lost. I can also tell that I'm not actually like high enough level on my main group to actually do the next quest, so I'm not rushing it. I'm just kind of like poking at the edges because it's something I can do in between runs. They want me to go pick up some of Patrick, huh? Yeah, like... I like to respect how things are done. Like, I kinda don't like how the quest items can only be held by one character. I feel like it should be, in single players, possible for each character to have only one of them, but like each character can get it. So like I have to go swap between characters to just shuffle around these items. But there's no real advantage to that because it's not like it does anything, you know? Well, I guess we're gonna go pick up some of Patrick on the way down. Oh, it started respawning already? That's actually kind of nice. That means we don't have to go all the way down next time. We can go back to the dwarves. Yeah, the most depressing thing I saw was in the forums. People are just like, oh yeah, I just go and farm these two monsters about 10 times a day, and that's what I do each day. And I'm like, that sounds like such a weird way of playing the game. You dungeon crawl to go to 2 rooms. Like, I don't care if it's efficient. That just doesn't sound like fun. Aw, man. Yeah. That's Vale. The fortunate thing is we're not even all that far in, so... Well, yeah. I mean, at the point that I'm in, that's the dwarves, but that doesn't mean I just sit there and wait for the dwarves to respawn over and over again. I do stuff in the middle. That... It just seems like a kind of silly way to want to play it. And again, I find I've always had a longer way of playing the game than most anyway, because like probably the thing I was known for originally, it was, I think I had the highest level cleric of pretty much anyone except for maybe Rose. Like Rose and Rose and Archie were insane, but I had like a level 750 cleric, and it was at least 200 levels higher than warrior for me. I don't know, I really like playing cleric for some reason. Well, so most of my actual history with Demise after the base game was I played Demise the Revelation, which was like an alternate thing that split off from Declan's situation with Ascension. I'm actually really curious what ended up happening with Archie and his side of the faction. So, I understand there's probably some bad blood in there somewhere with that and Declan. But like, Archie's entire like site has disappeared, so I've got no way of actually like investigating it properly. But I technically have a copy of the Revelation still on my computer if I ever wanted to play it again. It just would require like some sort of emulator to run an earlier version of Windows than I currently have. Because compatibility mode is definitely not enough. Oh yeah, no, I had the highest level of it. The thing is that I beat all the content in the Revelation. I enjoyed it quite a lot, but then like there was nothing else to do, and I guess eventually Ascension just ended up with more content in the end. So, but I never started up on it because I was like too deep in, you know. But it's okay. I get to experience it now fresh, so I'm liking it. I did like the throwback of putting pretty much the entire like Mordor 2 dungeon in there, but what I will say is it seemed very, very samey. Like, it's cool that it's almost a 1-for-1, but also I really feel like they should have broken it up a little more and embellished a little bit. The one thing I found interesting was the first like 2 or 3 floors of it had a lot of really cool flavor text, and then like the last like 3 or 4 floors of it just didn't have much of anything in it going on. Just more of the same. Although there were some really interesting mobs in the basement. Yeah, maybe. I thought it felt more like a tribute to me, but I mean, I guess it could be seen as either or both. But either way, like, it was really samey regardless. Like, it had almost all the same textures for everything, and there was hardly any, like, flavor text going on. I mean, there were a couple of cool backgrounds, like the little outdoor area that looked a little bit like a cavern, but
Cool.
I was expecting it to lead to something cool in the bottom, and it just kind of ended. It just had like a 3-way teleporter back to town with some pretty crazy monsters in the basement. Although some parts of it are good for leveling, I did notice that.
Cool.
I guess my only criticism about with it is that by the time you can get to it, you don't need it for leveling it anymore, you know? So... Well, I guess theoretically this character could reach parts of it and it could be useful. Like, you have to know about it to use it. I was trying to figure out ways that it could be integrated into some sort of a leveling strategy, any of the new areas, and not any of them seem all that useful that I've seen so far. For like anything before endgame. Obviously some of the lower floors are quite good too, so. Yeah, and while I could explore quite a bit of it being low level, there were some really odd pockets of extreme difficulty so that every time I thought I was making progress, it just killed me. So it's very inconsistently full of danger. So I basically shelved it until I got done with the base game. Either way, I'm still having fun with the game. Like, Demise is a game that I could probably play for like the rest of my life, off and on. I definitely have to like split it up with other stuff, but I could probably consistently play it for quite a while. Because even after I finish this solo character challenge, because I do think it can be beaten with a single character with some creativity. Well, I feel like if you actually learn the game, you'd be able to use it, but you'd have to know the game to get benefit out of it, you know? Did I catch up to myself? Is that the problem? I think I did. Okay. Then yeah, we're gonna have to go get creative with our leveling. Fortunately, I keep track of where I have and haven't cleared, so this will not be a problem. Just have to get back to a useful spot.
Cool.
But he did actually add in some nice stuff, like the extended dungeon area for the forest is quite nice, and so is the area for the dwarves. Like having an extra, like 10 or 15 dwarf rooms is nice.
Cool.
Yeah, some of the new area stuff is really cool.
Cool.
Like I did enjoy that big fish tank with all the the great whites. I think I saw some chatter about the Leviathan, but if it's the one I fought, then it wasn't really all that difficult.
Cool.
I already killed that, and I just have a crew that just barely beat the portal. And I didn't even have a hard time getting there, I just swam there.
Cool.
Oh, we didn't get that. Alright, let's go pick that up. I actually forgot we need some Patrick. Alright, let's go pick Patrick up. I went the other way. I kinda ran with it. That's fine. I autopiloted.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
I mean, I guess the only other thing I did of note was I moved all the music for all the secret areas into the main playlist, because what's the point of only hearing a track in the game like once or twice? Although I took a couple things out of the rotation too. We have 20 extra points to work with. Need another 47 to pull in magical flights.
Cool. Cool.
Well, I'd say actually the biggest surprising change that I've seen in this from the base game is that you can actually attack sporing fungi with your weapons. They used to be so dangerous. That was a surprise to me the first time it happened. It's like, no way, that's such a... That makes it so much easier. But now Gale demons all over the place, and that's just annoying. So I guess trade out one thing for another. Also not really a fan of all the prophets of insanity all over the new floors. That's also kind of annoying because they're not even dangerous really at that point. They're just an annoyance.
Cool.
Yeah, I found these stupid things called plague flies that basically I can hit them with spells, but for such little damage that it doesn't matter. They seem to be immune to all weapons. They're pretty aggravating and somewhat dangerous, but like I don't get their gimmick. Maybe I'm just missing an element that they have, but I didn't want to get to behind where they were bad enough to really force my way through.
Cool. Cool.
Like, I don't know if that fits into what you just said or not, but yeah.
Cool. Cool.
So they are a gimmick, huh? I see.